I'd like to call to order the Utility Service Board for the City of Lawrence on this, the 10th day of May 2022. We have all members present, so we do have a quorum. And the minutes to the April 26, 2022 meeting were mailed or emailed to all the members. For their review, I would entertain a motion that we approve those minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I'm so moved.
Been moved. Is there a second?
Yeah, I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. The minutes are approved. Next order of business will be a payment of claims. Claims were sent out to you for your review by email. I would entertain a motion that we approve the payment of the claims.
Mr. Chairman, so moved.
Trustee Boyd, second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion or questions regarding any of the claims? If not, we will vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. And that is unanimously approved. Next order of business will be the report of our utility superintendent. Scott.
Good evening, everyone. So we've got a handful of things on the agenda tonight, and the first one is obviously we're going to seek approval of the awarding of the 2022 sanitary sewer rehab project to Miller Pipeline in the amount of $3,614,202. Our engineers reviewed all the bids, and we agree with their recommendation to award this project to Miller. So we would look for a vote to approve that, and then we'll get the pre-construction conference set up and start getting the project underway. Again, this is our SWIFT grant / ARPA funded project. Our next item is we have, so recently the legislature repealed the utility receipts tax, and all affected utility operations are required to cease collecting this tax and forwarding it onto the state. So, and I believe we have to have this done by July.
That's correct. That's when it's repealed. So it's a little different. Utilities that are under IURC jurisdiction, which is not us and it's not most municipal utilities, they have a much more strict timeline. It's really vague as to what we should do, but the general consensus is that we should also have everything done by July 1st, which is the effective date of the repeal.
So essentially what we'll be doing is we'll stop collecting that tax. We back that out of our rates, I guess, and we'll have to publish that. We will put it in the Lawrence Lift. I think we'll put it in a little comment section on the bill too, because we have to notify customers at least twice. And so we'll get that information out there. And I think right now we're looking at various options for how to communicate that. And again, as Caitlin mentioned, the language is pretty vague. So we'll do our best to meet the vague language.
I have a question, Scott. Would it be a good idea to do a video for access of the information at times?
Well, I mean, we could do a video. I mean, it'd all be all of about 5 seconds long, I would think. I mean, there's not a whole lot to communicate. We're not going to charge that tax anymore. And the requirement is that we inform people how that impacts their bill. Well, our billing software does not allow us to literally calculate that for every single bill individually. So I think where we're kind of leaning is that we'll have just a formula available for people to be able to take the water portion of their bill, because it only affects the water portion, and then, just plug that into that formula and say, okay, this, if you paid $50 this month on your water bill, your bill reduced by X, which, is not going to be a whole lot actually, because it's not that huge of a tax impact.
Like a 1.4, it's around
Right.
1.4%. So maybe a bit collectively, but for each individual person, it won't be too much.
But we could certainly look at doing a video. I mean, Daniel and Jared are very good at doing that kind of stuff. So we'll be working on that. I do want to also mention, and Zach, you weren't here earlier, before the meeting started, we were talking about, we want to set up an executive meeting at 4:30 on the May the 24th, so that'd be coming to the regular meetings at 5:30. We'll come at an hour early to the executive meeting, which we'll have up in the mayor's conference room, and we'll have Baker Tilly present the rate study to everybody, and then answer any questions you guys might have concerning that, so that we can, I certainly don't expect, a recommendation at that meeting, at the regular meeting, because you may still have some, questions or whatever that you want to think about it, but we do want to move fairly quickly. But the next step after that will, of course, be a resolution from the USB recommending either alternative 1, 2, or 3 to the council, and then we'll start that process. We are also working on, we've got a meeting coming up, a field meeting here real soon with IDEM, IDNR, and our contractor on the new wells out at Fort Harrison, so that's moving along. All our other projects are moving, or they're underway. We have run into some issues, like on Zeller Street. We found what you might term as a sanitary subsystem that was actually not documented anywhere. So when the contractor was out there installing the new water main via horizontal directional drilling, actually ran into a lateral, got that exposed and dug up, and found out there was a whole sanitary main in the ground that we didn't know about. So we're running into a few little challenges like that on that project. We're anticipating at the next meeting too, we'll have what I hope will be the final change order on the water plants contract A project, roughly $29,000 at the last time I checked with the engineer on that. We're also working, we've got in the information gathering stage on our federally mandated lead service line inventory requirement. But that's the, I don't know if you remember, but we entered into an agreement with 120 Water for them to do that work for us. And our compliance activities on our EPA order are also moving forward very good. We've met all our milestones so far as things that we're required to submit to them, so that's moving along well. Then the one final item I want to bring up, and I probably won't know more until the next meeting, but on the new fire station 38 project, we've run into a situation where there's going to have to be a water main extended from 45th Street, on 45th Street from McCoy, where they originally designed it just wasn't going to work. So we made them move that, but it's going to require a main extension. So we're going to go ahead and take that part of the project and do it as a water capital. Right now, it's looking at about $28,000 to extend that main down there, but eventually we'll take that main and extend it all the way to Franklin and loop that main into our system. So that will be coming up as just a small water capital project that we'll need to get done to help facilitate that Fire Station 38 project. So that's basically all I have right now. And then, of course, we got Caitlin here if you have any further questions about the utility receipts tax or anything else for that matter.
When does demolition start on the fire station?
I believe they're already underway, right? I know they're out there doing something.
I think they might be working on the accessory building, maybe. That's what I thought too. They have to build the accessory building first so they can move everything into it.
Right.
I think that's kind of what's starting.
Okay. Any further questions, comments for Scott? Well, thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Moving ahead with our agenda, unfinished business. We do not have any this evening. Under new business, we do have the one item. I would entertain a motion that we do the approval of the certified bid tabulation and notice of award Miller Pipeline for the 2022 sewer and manhole rehabilitation project. Need a motion that we approve that.
Mr. Chairman, so moved.
Been moved. Is there a second?
Tracy Boyd was
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion regarding that item?
I just have one question. In the documentation, it said there was a small error on the extension of one of the price items that actually reduced their cost by $580. That, if I remember right, when you have extensions, the unit price controls, not the extension, so that's what probably happened. Is that 580 in the number that's here?
Yeah, I don't remember actually.
Probably is, but I don't.
Yeah, it was just a,
Just a math error,
yeah, I mean, you're right, the unit price
controls.
controls, right?
So it's in that bid price that's listed there, the total.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? If not, we will vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, nay. That is approved. Account adjustments. Item number 1, approval of a sanitary sewer adjustment at 12126 Long Straw Drive for $2,017.34 due to a service line leak. Entertain a motion that we approve that.
So moved.
I will interject that the staff does recommend approval on all three of these. I notice that's not in there.
I'll second that motion.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Not, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. That is approved. Item number 2, under account adjustments, approval of sanitary sewer adjustment at 5021 Leon Drive for $295.14 due to a leak in the wall. Entertain a motion that we approve that.
So moved.
Is there a second?
second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? None. We will vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. That is approved. Item number 3, approval of sanitary sewer adjustment at 5321 Deer Walk Drive for $275.94 due to a service line leak. Entertain a motion that we approve that.
Go ahead. Mine doesn't taste it, mine says it's $295.
There was an amended agenda that was sent out this afternoon.
Okay. Yeah, I wondered how they could be exactly the same. Okay.
So moved.
Been moved. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? If you don't have any, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those nay. That is approved. We do not have any remonstration of ratepayer dispute regarding disconnect notice. We do not have any citizens' comments. I believe. Entertain a motion, we adjourn.
A second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. All opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you all.